Welcome to the Tree House. I'm your host, Grandpa Cato,
It's your boy Suade Love,
and we're your villains.
straight from Boston. You heard?
Sit back, enjoy, and we're about to give you another podcast.
Haha.
Peace. No, we don't want to say peace. Fuck.
And we back.
2 flats on a Cadillac.
Yeah. I had that for that.
What's up, y'all?
Treehouse Villains.
Another one for y'all. What we doing today?
Getting to know the villains a little bit.
All right.
We can go back, way back.
Like 2 flats on a Cadillac.
Back to 85.
Yeah.
When hope was alive.
So tell me, what did you think about growing up? Boston?
What did I think about growing up?
In Boston.
In Boston.
Because you've seen what it's like down south, too. So here compared to there, what did you think?
It's weird because it's like all hindsight. Like,
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, bro, I loved the South. But I think that was because I had more freedom in the South. Like whenever I went to Tennessee, like my grandmother, she's a nurse, so she worked all day, like
Yeah.
every day. So I'd just be out in the country just kicking it with kids. I got to experience more of a childhood in Tennessee when I would go down there. In Boston, my life was real structured as a kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said in other episodes, my mom had me in every program. Like, if I spoke on it, she'd put me in it. Like, you feel me? Like, so if I just inquired about it, they got a basketball thing over here. Next thing I know, my mom's just like, yeah, you do that on Tuesdays. Like, if I inquired about an instrument, like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Like, she supported me my whole life. Like, if I had an idea about anything, my mom was like, all right, go ahead. So in Boston, I was a kid, like, you know what I'm saying? But it was just more structured. So I chilled with kids that was like doing the shit I was doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I didn't have a whole lot of friends outside of school like that.
Yeah.
Like my school friends was my school friends. We didn't chill outside of school. And then I had friends from the programs and shit like that. Like, you know, I was never in the neighborhood when I was real young in Boston. My mother wasn't for that shit. I didn't start getting out in the neighborhood until I was like a teenager when I could just move and shake how I wanted to. Like, but yeah, man, like as an adult, if I had kids, I would probably want to rather raise them down south. It's a great place to raise kids, man.
I mean, I've got a couple listings sent to me about some Florida listings.
Yeah, so
Houses are cheap.
that's what it was for me growing up, man. Like, I loved it down there because Tennessee represented something different for me. In Boston, it was just me and my mom for the longest. And all my extended family was down there, so I liked it for those reasons. Like, I get to go see the fam, play with my cousins, just be a kid, be outside all times at night.
My down south was up north. My family took a bunch of trips to New Hampshire, so we go up there for our family reunion. Stay on a lake, you know, in the woods, cabin, the whole nine. And for years, we did that. We'd go up even, you know, without the reunion, just go up to New Hampshire, go hang out and shit. But it's the woods. It's, you know, you're not in a city. You're hanging out on a lake. You're hanging out, going up mountains. You're going, you know, country stores and shit.
Yeah.
And so I always enjoyed going up, kind of just getting away from the city. And I think that made my love of not being in the city is exploring what was outside of it.
Yeah.
Because if all you grew up in it was a city, you don't have any other outlook.
Yeah, no, that's another thing I liked about going down south. It was like, when I was real young, I guess you could call it like culture shock a little bit. Because it's like, boom, I leave Boston, and then I land a couple of hours later, I'm in the Hicks, like, because my grandmother doesn't stay in Memphis. She doesn't stay in the city part.
Yeah.
And so it was like, especially back then, bro, like the early 90s and shit, before like certain people in my family like started doing better in life. Yeah. Nigga, I had cousins that stayed in shacks, nigga, like with the old stoves that you put the coal in. Like, yeah, bro, like I had family that really struggled out there. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't really think about none of that. When you a kid, bro, none of that adult shit means nothing.
Absolutely
like
not.
the struggle just looks different to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't until I became a teenager when I really started like noticing like, oh shit, like my cousin living kind of rough, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, that was like another element to Tennessee that always helped me with perspective and shit like that. Because you come to Boston and nigga, we spoiled. Anybody that lives in any major city is spoiled as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
cause everything's to your convenience,
Convenience.
bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you want to go to the store. It's a couple of steps away from your crib.
Yeah.
You want to go to the mall. It's not that far. You don't got a car. You got public transportation.
Yeah.
Like down there, it's different, bro. Like a nigga could have 2 nickels in his pocket up here with designer on or fake designer. He look like he got something. He can make it look good. You feel me?
Yeah.
But nigga, where my grandmother stays at, nigga, if you only got 2 nickels, you look like you got 2 nickels, nigga. It ain't no difference between you and the nigga smoking crack. Y'all look like y'all in the same predicament. Like the struggle just looks way rougher over there. So it always just helped me with my perspective. It always made me appreciative. Like I always had a quiet appreciation for my circumstance. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if I was frustrated with my own shit, nigga, I always would just be like, nigga, it ain't that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I understand. I grew up in a bunch of different neighborhoods in Boston, from South End, which now it's fucking rich ass people, but it wasn't always rich people. It was, you know, that's where you lived because that's what you could afford. Mm-hmm. We lived across from Washington Park, you know.
I remember that crib.
Yeah.
Remember we used to sleep out? You had a back.
The back porch was connected to my room, or like the window. And so you could just hop out the window and you're on the back porch. And we had a couch out there.
And me and this nigga used to go out there late night.
Just chill.
Sometimes go to sleep out that motherfucker.
Knocked
out. Nigga. High, tired, nigga. Of a day of hooligan activities.
Yeah. Lived across the street from Franklin Park.
Yeah, same situation.
You know, just all over the city. So I understand the different levels of, all right, this neighborhood is struggling. This neighborhood is struggling. So it's always weird to see it's a major city and then you go into certain parts of those major cities and it feels like you're in a whole different place.
Yeah, Boston's crazy like that.
Like you can go 1 block over and you're on mansions. The next block over, fucking crack dens.
Nah, that's a fact. So yeah, man, we stayed in Tennessee. When my mom met my brother's father, she when shit got serious, nigga, we moved to Virginia and we stayed in Virginia for a while. This town called Arlington. I fuck with Virginia, bro.
Yeah.
Out of all the places we stayed, that probably was my favorite. I was rocking in Virginia. I was that nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
What did you like about Virginia?
Bro, I just had a full experience. Like, you know what I liked about Virginia, bro? It's like Southern vibes.
Yeah.
But city ways.
All right.
Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, Arlington had a public transportation. You feel me?
Yeah.
We was like 40 minutes away from Washington, D.C. So there was a subway system.
Yeah.
Like, but far beyond that, bro, it was just it's just the energy. Like, school was fun. Nigga, we went to school when school was over. We hung at school after school. My middle school, there was a rec center connected to the school.
Yeah.
So that's where we spent all our time at after playing ball or some fucking foosball or pool. Like, nigga, we lived in that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And my apartment complex was across the street from the school. So me and my homie, that was every day for us. And like, even the kids that didn't stay nowhere close to the school, like that was what you did. Like,
Yeah.
after school, hit the rec center. And it was just a vibe, bro. Like, you go from elementary to middle school, and then you go from middle to high school, but you guys are doing this shit together as a group.
Yeah.
Like, so we left Virginia probably like my 7th grade year. I was fucking heated, dog. Cause I had just became the guy. Like, before that, bro, I was having a hard time. Like, I had the big ass glasses. My step pops was mad strict, so he was making it hard on me. Like, then me and this nigga used to fight about tucking in my shirt. Like, he used to fuck with me intentionally.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Play crazy mind games. So I had a rough transition when we first got there, nigga, but the real gonna shine, nigga.
Yeah.
And it took me like probably like a year and a summer, like, you know what I'm saying? And then I got into a fight in school, and that solidified me, like, because I looked like how I looked, like, you feel me?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
nobody gave me like, this nigga can fight type shit. But nigga, I'm from Tennessee. I'm from the South. Like, I'm from Boston, but I got that South in me. Like, you feel what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And like, nigga, in Tennessee, it was different rules. Like, nigga, you fight every day. I don't care if you win the fight. That nigga is coming back to your house the next day. You got to win again. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
So, bro, even though I wasn't a fighter, I just had it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, in middle school, bro, dudes used to try to kind of pick on me, and I always was like, it always took a lot for me to like get there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could really like let a lot of shit roll off my back. But one day, bro, we was telling like some yo mama jokes. This is like the 6th grade, you feel me? We telling some yo mama jokes. So this is like 1997, around that time.
Yeah.
My jokes must have just been hitting a little too hard. Like, you feel me?
Fucking roasting people.
Roasting niggas, bro. And them shits was smacking. And my teacher had left the class. Like, she went to go, like, make some Xeroxes or some shit like that. Like, she was going for a grip, though. Like, bro, we in there cutting up. And, nigga, this nigga that was my homeboy, he got mad at one of the jokes I said and just got physical. Like, but, nigga, we got physical in that motherfucker. Like, and I beat that nigga's ass. Like, he's to the point where he was like crying. Like, you feel me? So after that, bro, no issues in school. Like, you feel me?
See, how you gonna roast somebody and then beat them up?
Bro, but they was telling jokes to me too, nigga. Like, you feel me? They was roasting me too.
But like, just looking back on that whole dynamic, like,
bro, that whole shit was crazy because that was my homie. That was like my only real friend. Like, so I felt like, nigga, you acting up because the niggas who would pick on niggas was like, he was like fucking with, like trying to make it look good in front of them. Like, you feel me? So yeah, nigga, after I whipped his ass, nigga, I had no issues out of it. It was that stereotypical thing, like, nigga, you just defend yourself, my nigga, you won't have no problems. Like, nigga, that's exactly what it was for me. Like, cause I would never really fight in school, bro. Like I said, it always took a lot for me to get super angry. Like, for me, I always looked at that shit like, nigga, that's just dumb. Like, nigga, you mad over that? But bro, he really tried to test me, fam. So after that, I was good. Even this dude that used to try to bully me a little bit, and I only say, I have to say try, because he never bullied me, but he used to just try to fuck with me.
I get it.
Nigga, no issues after that. Like, when I tell you everybody was, like, wanted to be my friend after that, everybody. So I started loving school even more, bro. Like then I became popular, and then we moved.
Peace.
Came back to Boston, went to the Lewis, and I started fucking up in life right then and there.
Terrible.
Yeah, man.
That's terrible. My mom always used to tell me that I used to fight all my friends. She used to be like, she said, when you were in elementary school, she was like, you used to fight everyone, all your friends. She said she used to get calls that I beat up somebody. I was like, I don't even remember beating up people, but she said that used to happen all the time.
What was the school that was downtown?
Which one? There's a bunch. Josiah Quincy. Yeah.
Why did me and Ian go to the same elementary school but didn't know each other?
Yeah. That's where my kids go now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
They still go on the roof?
Yeah, but they're not in the they're both in the middle school now, because it goes all the way up to high school now.
Really?
So one's in middle school, one's in the high school.
That's crazy.
It's crazy how it goes like full circle.
Yeah. But yeah, me and this nigga went to the same elementary school, and we just found that shit out just by looking at like school pictures.
Yeah.
The class pictures. Mm-hmm. Like, oh shit, I went to that school too. You did? What year?
And then we went to Dearborn together.
Yeah.
That school wasn't shit.
That shit was better than the Lewis, nigga.
Yo, that school was still there, but it wasn't in the condition that.
Oh no, it wasn't what it is now. That shit look like a college campus now. They redid that whole thing.
When we went there, that shit was run down.
Hell yeah. Run down. Couldn't play basketball in the gym because the ceiling was mad low.
Bro, the gym was like half a gym. And they had a full court on a half court.
The out of bounds was right next to the wall. The line, you couldn't even run out of bounds because you were running to the wall. No, that gym was tiny as shit.
That whole school was wild. And then you had to go all the way upstairs to go to lunch.
You did have to do that, right?
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I became a nigga over there too.
Yo, middle school was fun.
Middle school was fun as shit.
Yeah.
I won't lie to you. What about you, man?
Growing up,
Growing up in the beam.
I played outside a lot, man. Like, outside was the only place to be. Like, if you weren't outside, you weren't cool. I grew up in Tent City as a kid. And so after my brothers were, probably like 5 or 6, when they started to come outside with me, I'm about 3.5 years older than them. And so if one kid was outside, everybody was like getting their shit to go outside. If somebody was riding bikes, you're grabbing your bike. Somebody had rollerblades, everybody got rollerblades. So it was one of those situations where there would probably be like 25 plus kids outside all playing. And these are just people from the neighborhood, but you would start having your groups, like, oh, this group play tag, that group plays rollerblades, you know what I mean? And so you would have different groups just all going around. And then every once in a while, you'll have a whole group of, all right, everybody's riding bikes. And that would be chaos because you imagine 25 kids all trying to ride bikes on a sidewalk, side lane. Yo, the amount of accidents that you would see happen, like crashing into each other, fucking hitting the dirt, falling out of trees.
Did you have any like cousins that you looked up to back then?
Yeah. I always liked hanging out with my older cousins.
I used to love when that nigga Paul would come around, nigga.
He used to come around all the time.
To me, that nigga was the coolest nigga on earth, nigga. I'm like, this nigga is cool, nigga. That nigga could come around and say 2 things, nigga. I'd be like, yeah, these nigga Paul said, nigga. Paul said that's some bullshit, nigga. Them niggas is lying. Remember one time we was watching, I forget the name of that fucking, it was when State Prop was popping, nigga. Nigga, Beanie Siegel was going off. That nigga Paul walked upstairs, seen us watching that shit. He's like, that nigga's not a gangster. I'm like, well, Paul said it, nigga. Nigga's not a gangster, cuz.
But yeah, he used to be around all the time. He had this pink GT bike. Yo, that shit was fire. Like, if you understood, like, the clout you would have riding a GT bike.
Nigga with some pegs?
Bro.
Don't let it have no mags on it.
Yo, he had white mags on a pink GT bike with the pegs. That shit was.
See what I'm saying? Cool ass nigga.
Yo, that was the sickest bike I ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, shout out to Paul, nigga. For telling niggas you dumb. That nigga would tell us like, nigga.
Growing up, he was the one that listened to all the hip hop from New York, all the dudes, all
Nah.
If something was popular, he was listening to it. He was into the whole, making
I could definitely
beats and all
say
that
he had
shit.
some influence on niggas.
And so, he's 6 years older than me. And so I'm 6, he's 12. That was actually the first word I ever learned was Paul.
Nigga, first cuss word I learned was shit. My grandmother taught me. Shit.
I think that's one of my favorite swears.
The first time I said it in front of her, we was playing checkers. We used to always play checkers.
Yeah.
And nigga, she was whooping my ass, double jumping me and some shit. I said shit. And I just looked up real quick. And she just started laughing, bro. I'm like, I'm sorry. She was like, it's okay. She was beating my ass in checkers, bro.
I used to play this dice game with my grandmother. It's called Greedy. You roll the dice for points, and you can like try to roll again. And if you get greedy, you lose all your points.
Your grandma remix Yahtzee on your ass.
Yeah, basically. But you would play with a bunch of dice. Yeah, that shit was wild. It was basically just learning how to gamble.
Your grandma was cool as shit.
She used to make all kinds of fucking shit.
Your whole family is creative as fuck, nigga. I never met such an artistic ass fam, nigga.
Everybody.
Everybody.
My mom, my brothers.
One thing you gotta know about Ian, bro, like, and I've known this nigga since we was like probably 12 years old. Nigga, I would go in this dude's crib and it'd be like a new painting. Framed wood, expensive ass wood frame and some more shit. I'd be like, bro, that's nice. Like, when y'all get that? He'd be like, my mom did it. I'm like, your mom did that, nigga? This ain't like no just splattered, just crazy shit. You could just call it art. Like, no, it's intricate. She probably did a portrait of somebody, and in that portrait is something else. It's just like,
yeah, she did a lot of stuff.
And his whole fam's like that. His brothers, him, his daughter is like that.
Yeah, she works in art.
Yeah, crazy.
She got
Nigga,
her
y'all
own
got that
job.
gene.
She wanted it. She got it. She was working in graphic design. Then she switched to the painting canvases and shit. I push art. So I've been pushing art with her for a while. Not pushing it per se, but like encouraging it. Like, if you want to draw, whatever you want, I'm gonna make sure you got the tools.
When was the first time you fell in love?
First time?
Well, the first time you thought you fell in love. Because I only been in love once in my life. But it was plenty of times before that I thought I was in love.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when you was young and the first time you met some, you like, oh, I'm going to die. I'm gonna die if I don't.
I don't know, honestly, because I don't think I ever got to that point.
For me, it
Like,
was sixth
not-
grade,
Yeah.
Virginia, Gunston High Middle School. This chick named Dominique.
Yeah.
Dominique was bad. She had the baby hairs and shit. You feel me? With the little spot, with the little loop sideburn. Yeah, bro. And I told you what it was like for me at first up in that bitch. Like, it was hard on a nigga. Like, I had to work to get Dominique. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Couple school dances. This is real old school vibes. Like, walking down asking for a dance.
Yeah.
Finally got the number. Called the crib, you feel what I'm trying to say? I'm talking on the phone in the kitchen because I couldn't, nigga, we had one cordless, nigga, and it was in my mom's room,
Yeah.
you feel me? So on school days, I had to use the phone in the kitchen with the cord, nigga, so I'd be hugged up on the wall whispering, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, Dominique found the cooler, nigga, you know, quick and fast, you know what I'm saying? That shit didn't last too long, nigga. I was hurt, nigga, about to die. I could die right now. But yeah, that was the first time I thought I was in love.
Yeah. I probably thought I was a lot of times, and it was just because I was, like, wildly attracted to somebody.
Yeah.
You know, you young, you don't know. You're just like, fuck. You know, like, she said hi to me. Like, oh, we're dating now? Like, oh, shit.
Telling you, bro.
But, like, actually knowing, like, the first time was probably just Madeline. That's it.
Oh, look at that.
But it was because, like, I had such a good relationship with her beforehand. Like, we were just friends beforehand.
Yeah, I don't.
And so...
I remember hating on your friendship with Matt. Yo, when I was a young dude, I didn't understand niggas being friends with girls. I remember coming to your crib and like Madeline would call, like when she stayed in Florida.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, nigga, you been on the phone with her for a grip, nigga. Like, get off the phone, nigga. Like, hating, nigga.
But yeah, I think that was it. Because, like, once you realize, like, you want to spend more time with, like, this person, but you don't want them just as a friend. And then once you're in a relationship for a little bit, then you're just like, fuck.
I think I met my person, like, years ago.
Yeah.
I think I fucked that shit up. For real. Ever since then, I know you shouldn't do it, but every time I meet somebody that I think is, like, got the qualities, I always line them up against old girl, nigga.
Yeah.
It don't never match up.
See, you comparing. You can't compare. You got to take somebody for who they are.
I be trying to, but these bitches ain't shit. It hurt. It hurt. It hurt more when you know you fucked it up too, nigga. Like, Yeah, but I it's not intentional. I really try not to compare. Yo, bro, the longer you're single, the harder it is to commit to something. But I'm just saying, like, okay, I meet a girl I really like. You feel me? We go through the motions, nigga. Now, 9 times out of 10, she got a kid or kids.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, right off the bat, the commitment is heavy.
I mean, you have to make a commitment if you're getting into a situation with somebody with other people involved.
But with the kids, is heavy. And today, bro, I seem to meet more women who aren't so guarded of their children. And that shit bothers me, bro. Yeah. I don't really want to meet your fucking kids before I know if I want to fuck with you like that. Like, you feel what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And a lot of women be like, I feel like forcing that shit on me. Like, oh, you don't really want to spend time with me and the kids. It's just like, nigga, I barely get to spend time with you. Like, I don't even know if I really like you like that. Like, I ain't trying to get attached to your kids and shit. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, so the longer, nigga, like I'm 39 now, bro. Like, who the fuck I'm gonna meet without kids, nigga? Like, you feel what I'm trying to say? So I accept it, nigga, but it just be like, I be feeling like it's not the same courtesy on the other side of the table. Like, damn, give me a little bit of time. Like,
you gotta start looking at suburbs.
This nigga Ian told me to look at these white women.
There's some Asian suburbs.
I don't know, bro. But let's go back to your teenage years.
They were good. They were all right. They were boring. They weren't boring, I would say. I think my teenage years were just trying to figure out what I want to do in life.
Nigga, I had a blast.
I mean, I had fun. But I think ultimately, like, when I think back on it, like, I played a lot of video games. I did a lot of, like, riding bikes. Like, still, because I got around everywhere on a bike. Even as a teenager, I was working at Social Security Administration, and I had gotten like one of my checks, first thing I did was went and bought a bought a new bike. So my teenage years were kind of just figuring out shit.
The first real job I had was McDonald's on
I remember
Warren.
that shit.
Yeah, nigga, I was working at McDonald's, nigga. That first check I got, I went and bought a cell phone, nigga. A Nokia,
Brick.
a gold Nokia little joint, nigga. Little gold brick Nokia. Play Snake on that joint, you know what I'm saying? Used to play Snake all day at work.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of it was, like I said, it was running around doing nothing.
Yeah, and I'm glad I started working real young. I got my first job when I was 13.
I got my first 14 in New Hampshire.
And then when I turned 15 is when I started working at the first job was Veterans Clearinghouse. It was this little place on Warren Street.
Yeah.
We used to give out food and shit like that. But the first illegal, when I got that worker's permit from school, I took it straight to McDonald's.
I'm trying to think, because I always work different places, but the same place like seasonally. So I'd just go back. I think the first like full-time job I had was working at the Sony store in Prudential.
This nigga had every job you could have.
Yeah.
What phone company did you work for?
It was the Mobile Solution. But they sold T-Mobile and AT&T service.
This nigga was in the middle of the mall. I used to go up there like, yo, hook it up.
Prudential.
Hook it up.
Working at the kiosk.
Yep. I think that's just an information booth now.
Yeah. But yeah, I did everything. Sony store, cell phones. I worked at Best Buy for a day.
I worked at Five Below for a day.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to the training at Best Buy and I was like, yeah, this ain't for me.
Them niggas told me I was gonna be on the register.
Yeah, nah.
I said, that's it? Just standing right here? They was like, yeah. I was like, all right, bet. Like, as soon as I clocked out, it was for forever.
Yeah, they got me working in Magnolia, like the TV section, selling like the $60,000 TVs.
Bro.
I said no, and then like a week later, I ended up working at like JetBlue.
Shittiest job I ever had was working for Toyota washing cars.
I did that. I had an apprentice mechanic job in Lowell, and so I had to take the commuter rail out there. I quit that because that was bullshit.
Only time I took the commuter rail ever in my life was when I was going to Job Corps.
How'd you like Job Corps?
It's like asking a nigga, how'd you like jail?
How did you like it? I mean, I understand what the program is, but for people who don't know what Job Corps is, because you don't really hear about it much
If you don't know what Job Corps is it's a program for at-risk youth from the ages of 16 to 22, I believe is the highest. And it's girls and guys, so it's co-ed, and it's dorms. You stay there overnight. So I went to Job Corps in Grafton. The girls stayed upstairs, the guys stayed downstairs. Yeah. It was like 4 people to a room, unless you was like a RA or some shit like that, like a youth RA, then it's like you just have 2 people in your room. Yeah. You feel me? And then they had like adults, which is niggas that's like younger than us now, like in their 20s, watching the whole unit. They offer trades, and they offer a GED program, and they offer you to get your license. When I went to Job Corps, I already had my GED. Like I said, I dropped out my junior year. Like, end of my junior year, I dropped out. I went to Tennessee that summer, got my GED. Yeah. Like, took the test, got it immediately. Came back to Boston at the end of the summer. Didn't really know what I wanted to do. Knew I wasn't going to go to college. My mother had a relationship with the lady who ran the Job Corps program. Like, you feel me? Yeah. So it really was kind of my pick, like, where I wanted to go. Squeak had went to Grafton, so he told me what he knew about Grafton. We went to go visit one in, like, Devon's or Danvers, Mass or some shit. That shit was trash. Them niggas look miserable out there, you feel me? I told my mother, ain't no way I'm going out here. I ain't even visit Grafton. I just went to that shit. Yeah. Now, when I first went, I was heated, bro. Because I'm like, what the fuck, nigga? I'm 18 at the time, or 19. No, I'm 19. Like, you feel me? Yep. I just turned 19. Or I'm a few months off of 19, some shit like that. Now, remember what I told you, nigga? The program is from 16 to 22. So the way it works is when you first get in the program, you go to these, like, introductory classes and shit. Yeah. You get to go around to every trade and sit in, and you get to figure out which one you like. Like, you don't got to go in there and just be like, okay, I want to be a plumber. Now you stuck being a plumber trade. Like, nah, they let you go in there. They let you go visit the trades. They let you talk to the kids. They let you talk to the teachers. They let you really feel, and it's no time limit on when you graduate.
All right.
The programs have a time length.
Yeah.
But it's on you when you finish.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? So you work at your own pace. So they really let you get a feel around the first 2-3 weeks, and you pick a trade. Now, if you don't got a GED, 1 week you do a trade, 1 week you go to academic classes. But since I already had my GED, it was every week was a trade for me. Right. So I kind of was fast tracked through that. I was done in like 6 months. I stuck around for like 8.
Yeah.
So and at first it took me a minute to adjust, but then I met some niggas that was from Boston and there, because it's kids from everywhere, Connecticut, New York. It's some kids that don't have a home, because you can go home on the weekends. Yeah. It's some kids that don't have a home to go to. They just live there. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
So those are the kids that be like there till they're like 22. They'll like get 2 trades, nigga. They'll really soak up the program. So when I went, I got a trade in security. Now, it sounds weak, but the people who go to that trade are trying to be cops or they're trying to go to the military. Yeah. You get accreditations for either or, whichever one they help you get in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But all the hood niggas go because it's the fastest trade. You go on the most field trips, you feel me? And you get paid first because you run the payroll line. We guard the payroll line. Yeah. So we go first, we get paid, and then everybody else comes in the building and because you get a check every week, like a little stipend. Yep. You feel me? So my nigga L from New York, he was from Harlem, you feel me? He took a liking to me real quick. He was an older nigga. He was like 20, 21. Yeah. He was like, yo, bro, come do security trade. I'm like, security? What the fuck I'm gonna come here and be a security guard for a nigga? Like, nigga, like, I'm looking at real trades like carpenter, electrician, like, you feel me? He's like, nah, bro. And he's breaking it down to me like I just told you. He's like, nah, bro, we leave the campus the most. Yeah. Like, we get paid first, bro. Like, the instructors, like, and we had 2 instructors because one instructor retired, but they're in the military. They're real, like, lieutenants in the military, you feel me? Yeah. He's like, nigga, he love hood niggas, bro. He love niggas from the hood, bro. You feel me? So, nigga, I joined, nigga, and the nigga loved me, bro. Like, when I tell you I became his favorite student, bro, anything I needed, that dude helped me. It was this white dude from Texas. Yeah. He was a retired state trooper, nigga, retired lieutenant from the Air Force, bro. Cool. I wish I could remember his name, bro. Yeah. You feel me? But, bro, he helped me through that program. Like, you feel me? And I have fun, bro. You young, bro. You meet people, you feel me? STD rating was high. They tell you you have a whole class about how high STDs is in Job Corps. You feel me? Yeah. So I wasn't really trying to fuck with no females. Like, my first few months in there, you got to get to know niggas. Yeah. But yeah, bro, it was fun. That's why I stayed an extra 2 months. Nigga. I was just kicking it. I got my license in there for free. They pay for all that shit because you in driver's ed classes.
That ain't bad.
And since I didn't have to do no academic classes, I picked up the driver's ed class. Yeah. So it was cool. And when I finished, they give you a check for $1,000 and they help you find a job.
That's true.
So I got a job and $1,000 and I was about that bitch.
Yeah. So
it was cool, bro. It was one of those programs, if you used it for what it was for, you was good. Yeah. But if you was in there and you wasn't, like how niggas be in high school just going, yeah, it was people in there that just lived in that motherfucker. Got kicked out, like, wasn't getting no money. You had to do shit to get your money up. Yeah. Like I told you, get a little check every week. Like, I forget how it worked out, but it was supposed to get higher. Like, you feel me? Yeah, bro. But yeah, I was in that bitch, bro, treating it like jail, bro. Selling Black and Miles and cigarettes and noodles and all that shit. I had a little store in my room, microwave, little TV, all that shit.
See, I always wanted to do a trade. I wanted to be a mechanic, though. And then I wanted to be a motorcycle mechanic. So the only place that was offering the motorcycle classes was Florida. In that it just never panned out where I ended up like doing it or whatever. Because one, I would have needed a way to get around Florida if I ever went down. I ain't have no money to begin with. And then trying to do a trade out of state was kind of like, fuck. So that kind of like killed it. And so I went into ended up just doing like a bunch of office shit.
How old are you around this time?
Like trying to figure that out. Probably early 20s.
Yeah.
Because that's when I started, like right out after high school is when I started doing like the apprentice stuff at the car dealership. And that only lasted like maybe like a couple weeks to a month or so. Because just the dude who was supposed to be helping me learn like all this stuff, he ended up having like some family issues and then never showed up. And so the whole time, you know, I'm there because I want to learn. And since he's not showing up, I'm just detailing cars. And so it's kind of like I'm spending money to go out there. Yeah, I get a stipend and all, but it ain't shit if I'm not learning anything. Because I can get a job anywhere. So the whole point kind of like went out the window, and I was just like, fuck it. It's not worth it for me to just be going to Lowell to detail cars. You know what I mean? Like, nah, I'm good. And so then I just started doing the, you know, looking more local at what I can do, and ended up at like Sony store and shit like that after, and then working my way through.
I had so
all
many
kinds of
jobs
shit.
in my 20s, bro. I can't even remember half of them.
Bro, I remember every single one. Because once I left JetBlue, I was a test administrator.
Bro, the job I hated the most,
Yeah.
when I went to Tennessee to get my GED, I was working at this factory, nigga, called, I think it was called TEP, Tennessee Electric Plating or some shit like that. They basically made like the fixtures on cars.
All right.
Like, you know, like F-150s, like the chrome decals, the handles, the grill. And they would like go through the chrome plater and shit like that. So I worked in the chroming department, nigga. So the machine that I worked on did grills. And it was only for one person. I was the only one on it. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
So what the machine basically did was I would take the grill out the box. You feel me? This plastic grill, put it in the machine. It would spray the back of the grill like this resistant paint. Yeah. So like when it went through the chromer, it then chromed the back of the grill.
All right.
And then it would flip it over, spin it to the other side. I'll put another grill in, then it flip it over. I'd take that shit out, put it in the crate, and a nigga in the forklift would come get it every time I stacked it up. So it was just repetitive all day. I worked that job, bro, for like 6 months, my nigga. My schedule was from 3 in the afternoon to 3 in the morning, 12 hours, 6 days a week. Nigga, I was 19. I'm gonna tell you what made me quit the job, bro. Cause I've always been a creative person, bro. I've always been a creative mind. And one thing that used to fuck me up when I was younger was I used to get scared, nigga, I was gonna be stuck somewhere, nigga. Yeah. Nigga, one day I'm in the job, and this is the most money I ever made in my life at this point, my nigga, cause I just told you I'm working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. I'm 19, bro. I'm getting 56, 60 hours. No, my fault. I'm getting 60 to 72 hours every week. Like, you feel me? Nigga, me and my brother going crazy because my brother worked there too, nigga. My stepbro worked there too, nigga. So we going crazy. Whenever we do get a day off, we going crazy. Like, you feel me? Nigga, one day, nigga, I go to the bathroom, nigga. Boom, I'm coming out the bathroom. There's this old nigga walking past me. You feel me? He's like, what's going on, young buck? I'm like, what's going on, OG? He's like, how old are you? Cause you know I'm 19, bro. Like, you can imagine how young I look like a fucking baby in this plant. Like, no facial hair. Like, you feel me? I got braids at the time, nigga. I'm short now, so you know I was I'm super little. So boom. He's like, how old is you, man? I'm 19. He's like, okay then, youngin. He's like, get that money. Like, you feel me? So boom, I started laughing. He's like, yeah, I got in here like maybe like a year or two after you. Yeah. Now, he's saying he started working here when he was like 21, 22, bro. Yeah. I'm looking at this old ass nigga. He at least 50 something. Like, you feel me? He's like, yeah, youngin. He's like, hold on tight, nigga. You're 30, it go right past you. I'm like, what? 30 years? Nigga, I don't even want to be here 30 months. Like, you feel what I'm trying? Yo, bro. I'm telling you, it was like a A ticking time bomb from the time that nigga said that shit to me to the time I was up out of that factory, bro.
He said, yo, you'll be here 30 years easy.
Nigga, I started selling drugs after that shit, nigga. I went and bought a pack, nigga. You know how much money I had saved up, nigga?
He said, hey,
I got crazy on the time.
we're going to be best friends.
Nah, bro. Yeah, he fucked me. Little did he know, he fucked me up, bro.
If he never said anything, you would have been there forever, bro.
Probably not forever, but I probably would have rocked out for like a good year or two. Like, because, bro, I was stacking bread, bro. I was young.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, you know me, bro.
Yeah.
When I had no inclination, like, it was just money to me, nigga. So for me, it was just like, oh, I'm stacking mad money. Like, so whenever me and my brother wanted to do something, it was nothing, nigga. Like, we was young as shit, bro. We going to Kansas City, bro. Indy, we going everywhere, anywhere around Tennessee, nigga, we could get to, bro. We going, like, we young as hell, bro, with bread. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like, but when he said that to me, I'm just like, what? Like, nigga, what are you doing here? Like, you're 19. It's like everything started looking different to me.
Yeah.
I'm the youngest one working here, bro. Every time I walk around here, I'm looking around. It's probably like 1 or 2 females in here that's my age from the town. Like, you feel me? But down there, that's normal practice. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, it's mostly factory. You either gonna work in a factory, do construction, or you're gonna be some type of like nurse, medical assistant, CNA.
Yeah, I understand. Because I was looking at, because we've been looking at buying a house out of state for a while. And as we're looking like different places, naturally just start looking for like, all right, what's the job market like? What am I going to be doing if I go down there? And so I started looking, and it's like almost all factory fucking jobs. Like everything down south is, if you're not working in healthcare, you're working in a factory, or working in a hotel or something like that.
Yeah, it's just gay.
You know,
Or a prison.
Yeah. So it's not like up here where you're going to be working in a bunch of different job markets.
It's not a whole bunch of job market.
Nah. It's very select, and you got to be
a lot of resources.
Okay with working in one of them fields.
And that's my biggest issue with Tennessee, bro.
Yeah.
That's why it's always like, I want to be there because I like what you can do with the money.
Yeah.
But it's like, since I'm not from there, it's so hard for me to find the money. Like,
yeah, I understand.
And then I come to Boston, and I'm to the money quick. Like,
yeah.
Like, nigga, I come to Boston, I get a crib, lightning speed. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
I'm in Tennessee. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
I understand.
And it's easy to get a job down there. Don't get it fucked up.
Yeah.
But a job that pays.
Yeah, that's the hard thing. Because even now, like finding a job that pays, there's very few jobs that are gonna pay if you have a family. Like if you have a family, you are fucked. Like,
God damn.
It's true though. Cause all right, take it like this, right?
Nigga said you fucked.
You fuck. I don't care. You could be making $200,000 a year, right? If you got a mortgage, a kid, a car note, all these people with student loans, bro, you're not making $200,000 a year after all that shit. You were making basically minimum wage after you have all that stuff. If you want a life, you gotta be making bread. You gotta make crazy money. Otherwise, it's just, part of the loop of you struggle today and struggle tomorrow.
It's coming though.
Oh, you know it.
It's coming.
Work hard, play hard, right? You gotta work.
Yeah, that's why I just been chilling, man.
Work. Put in work. Put in work, and it'll work for you.
I like that.
I
like that.
If you don't put in no work, what's gonna work for you? Nothing.
God.
I mean, he'll be there for you, but he ain't gonna give you a handout.
Nah, I ain't see him giving none of those out.
Nah, you gotta work.
I'm high as fuck.
I ain't. You know why? CBD, bro.
I'm geeked up, nigga. It's them tenders from Stevie's.
But, that's us today.
Treehouse Villains, man.
We out.
One.
Peace.
Yeah, and on this week's segment of Unheard, you got RadarCC. Nobody knows freestyle.
No, always put the money for the hoes. But there's things I've done that nobody knows. I've been through from the start. I do everything with heart. I can put that on my soul. But there's things I've done that nobody knows. No, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. There's things I've done that nobody knows.
Purchase your track.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Things that I've done that nobody knows.
And I'm just warming up. Nigga, ain't no slowing up. Talking crazy like you finna do something. You slow or what? Split you down the middle like I'm going Dutch. You could die for trying clutch. Fuck who you is, cause you ain't one of us. My young ain't off a pill, that yellow bus. Gotta keep him mellow, he be turning up. They be talking loose until we showing up. We showing out, these outfits is 1,000 plus. One look, your shorty nut, cause she know money come with us. We get the bag, you can keep the tough. 40 knock a nigga down, he think I bluff. Fold him like a cuff if he come try to rush. Fuck who you is, cause you ain't one of us. I'm moving, tag with the gang, cause niggas hard to trust. They wasn't there when I was coming up. Sneaking through the back just to ride the bus. Bitches say they love me, but I know it's lust. Show me it's real and give your taxes up. And then you back it up. My camera on when I be backing up. They used to laugh at us, now we the ones that's cracking up. Cause they be looking hella bad when they be passing us. This gas the only thing that's gassing us. I would say catch up, but they ain't fast enough. On bang.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Yeah, RadarCC. Unheard.